Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrian Leach, and I am honored tonight to be here to speak on behalf of the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia and its Emergency Medication Fund. Last fall, I expressed concerns to my neurologist, Dr. Lauren Seiden, about being able to continue my medication because my insurance coverage was ending. Dr. Seiden recommended that I contact the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia. Now, we all know that it is our nature to be independent and self-sufficient. And anyone who lives with any kind of condition is even a stronger desire to be independent and self-sufficient. However, I had to acknowledge and accept the fact that I needed help. So I had to reach out to the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia. That was a difficult phone call for me to make. But when I reached out to the foundation, I connected with an individual who was welcoming, understanding, sincere, and very reassuring. That person was Mr. Lloyd Brown, who manages Mr. Brown manages the Emergency Medication Fund. Any apprehensions or embarrassment that I felt initially were quickly removed during my conversation with Mr. Brown. With his help, I was able to receive a 30-day supply of my medication and remain seizure-free. And it also afforded me the time I needed to find coverage for my medication going forward. I was so grateful for his attention and his assistance that I volunteered my services to him and the foundation in any way, and so therefore, I'm here tonight. In front of all of you guys. So, but all jokes aside, I am very grateful for an organization like the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia and its Emergency Medication Fund, its wonderful, gifted, and talented staff like Mr. Brown, and to our community of physicians like Dr. Seiden, who take the time to really listen to their patients' concerns. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jill Fox, and I'm a college student at Auburn University. War Eagle. And at the age of 15, I was diagnosed with epilepsy. Prior to finding the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia, I did not know a single person with epilepsy. This foundation opened up their doors and not only provided support and encouragement for me, but for my family as well. I am a charter member of the Epilepsy Foundation's Youth Council, and I was blessed beyond words to be given the opportunity to intern with them as well. This foundation has shown me that I am not alone, but rather have a group of people fighting right beside me. Thank you to the Epilepsy Foundation for your continuing support and encouragement.
Good evening. Hello, my name is Angie Bryant. And I was diagnosed with epilepsy at the age of 19. And I am so grateful for the Epilepsy Foundation. I came to them 3 years ago when they helped me with Studio E. Studio E is a great art therapy program which helped me develop my artistic voice. It's also helped me with my healing process, make new friends, and I just have to say how grateful I am for the continual support. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lynn Conover. I'm with Wells Fargo Bank. Wells Fargo is happy to be a sponsor for the 4th year in a row for the Taste of Love Gala. A call out to the lovely Anita Patterson and her handsome spouse, Jim Patterson, for bringing us and inviting us to be a sponsor here tonight. Before me and after me, you're going to hear transforming stories of men, women, and children who have suffered from epilepsy and inspiring family stories. thanks to each and every one of you for supporting the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brittany Canet. I have been an intern at the Epilepsy Foundation for 5 weeks. During this short time, I have come to appreciate the needs that the foundation meets on a daily basis, whether it's providing general information, authorizing medication, or accepting donated items for this Taste of Love Gala. Thank you so much, Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia and sponsors for making this night here tonight. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Tina Robinson, and I'm a physician, and I see patients with epilepsy in my practice. I'm also a mom. My husband and I have an 18-year-old daughter, Katie, who's with us tonight. Katie was diagnosed with epilepsy as an infant. I serve on the Epilepsy Foundation Board as well as the Professional Advisory Board. The annual Epilepsy Symposium is a co-sponsored event with Emory Healthcare and the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia that's held every November. As a parent, I can tell you that the lectures and workshops are so helpful and informative to help people and families who are living with epilepsy. As a medical professional, the clinical tracks help those of us caring for patients with epilepsy to stay abreast of the latest developments and treatment options. The gifts you're going to share tonight with the foundation will continue to allow these sorts of events to occur. And I would like to personally ask and thank you for your continued support.
Good evening, my name is Karina Fisher. The education program of the foundation is a great resource. They came to my 4-year-old daughter, Natasha's school, and they brought a video and they showed the teachers how to recognize the seizures, how to act in an emergency. It was a great program, and the best part was to realize that my family and we are not alone on this. We have a huge crowd here supporting us, and I'm really thankful for your support. Thank you very much.
Go Dogs. Just real quick, go Dogs. I just want to say I was up here 4 years ago, and whoever told me that this would get easier was straight lying to me. This is terrifying. But on a more serious note, my name is Dylan Calicut. I have an older brother. His name is Ian, who suffers from epilepsy. For the past 8 years, I volunteered my time working with camps such as Camp Big Heart and Camp Carpe Diem. Both camps, Camp Carpe Diem especially, dedicate their time and resources for people that have epilepsy and just helping them to just feel normal. I've seen firsthand what these camps do for people. I've seen terrified campers who are just so terrified out of their mind to leave home for one night at the beginning of the week turn into campers that go into a fit at the end of the week because they had so much fun. I have an appreciation, I know most of us have an appreciation for what it means to feel different at times, but people with epilepsy always feel different. The Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia sponsors these camps, and these camps help take down the walls that separate being different from being normal. And for this, I truly, truly thank each and every one of you that helps support the Epilepsy Foundation.
Hi, my name is Griffin Ledbetter. I've had epilepsy for over 9 years, but I live like any other kid my age. I love to play sports, especially baseball and flag football. I have seizures, but I do not let them define me.
Good evening. My name is Sharon Bradish, and 3 years ago, my daughter was diagnosed with epilepsy. At the time, we didn't even know what epilepsy was. We thought it was a death sentence. I could barely function. I could barely sleep. There were so many changes, so many choices, so many things to think about and prepare for, and that's just how it affected me. Taylor didn't deal with it nearly so well. For 3 months, she struggled as she tried new medications and had allergic reactions. She lost her boyfriend. Her friends distanced themselves from her. She wasn't sleeping well. She wasn't eating well. She was losing sleep. She was losing weight. She had memory lapses. She had trouble in school. Her parents and her siblings were smothering her. She lost all her independence, and she was slowly losing her mind. At her lowest point, she threw herself on the ground in the rain. She refused to take her medication. She refused to go to school, and she begged God to just let her die. At Taylor's next neurology appointment, her doctor recommended that we look into Camp Carpe Diem, which is put on by the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and sponsored by the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia. I was terrified at the thought of letting her leave for a week. I had never been away from her for more than just a few hours. The camp director told me that this would be a good time for Taylor to realize that she still had two strong feet to stand on and that she'd be okay. When I picked her back up from camp, I was in for such a shock. Gone was the sad-faced little girl that I had left behind. Instead was a smiling, beautiful girl who was meeting all her friends' families and just really happy, didn't even want to leave. Right away, I knew something special had happened, and her depression was just gone. She had learned to face her diagnosis and look at it, and she wasn't scared anymore. Being with others who had faced the same situation, it gave her a whole new outlook. Over the past 3 years, Taylor has continued to grow with the help of the amazing staff at the Epilepsy Foundation. Each November, she launches a social media campaign during Epilepsy Awareness Month to help educate everyone about seizures and their effects on families. She's been to camp for 3 years now, and last year as a leader in training. She's a member of the EFGA's Teen Advocacy Council, and she was Georgia's teen representative at the National Kids Speak Up Conference in Washington, D.C. EFGA has provided her with educational materials and emotional support every step of the way. They have transformed Taylor into a strong epilepsy advocate, and she has stepped into her role as a spokesperson beautifully. In May of last year, Taylor spoke at the annual EFGA board meeting, and she accepted a camp scholarship from the family of longtime board member Gary Summers. The next morning, after 2 years, 3 months, and 10 days of being seizure-free, she had a grand mal seizure while she was driving to school with her little sister in the car. She crashed into a pine tree going about 45 miles per hour, and it took emergency responders about 45 minutes to cut my girls out of that car. This was a horrible setback, but the Epilepsy Foundation was there in every way. They called us and took care of us and supported us in every way. And they did what they do best. They picked up the pieces and put them back together. They helped Taylor get back on track and remember what was most important. Now Taylor's a senior, and she's working on her senior project, which includes a public service announcement that will be sent to all her area schools to encourage children with epilepsy to speak up and speak out and not let it hold them back. Taylor's determined that her purpose in life is to become a pediatric neurologist so she can help other children who have epilepsy or other neurological disorders. It's been 3 years now since she's been diagnosed and 9 months since her last seizure. And the beautiful, amazing, confident daughter that's here with me today is because of the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia. Tonight, we're celebrating 10 years of the Taste of Love galas and 10 years of amazing accomplishments in Atlanta and throughout Georgia. Your support of EFGA is what makes all of this possible. It makes an amazing difference in the lives of all of us who live with epilepsy every day. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your support, and thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for helping my wonderful daughter.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 years and 10 stories shared. Give them another huge round of applause. I'm going to let them get the ovation first.